got a little activity today. The market is coming back after yesterday's brutal sell-off. It just felt like it was really heavy, massive sell-off. So I decided to start to transition the portfolio. If you could take a look at how I have it set up, it's pretty neutral, right? So I got 38% with an upward bias. I got 10% with a neutral bias, whereas I don't care if the stock goes up or down. It's, kind of like a straddle or something like that. And then I got about half the portfolio with a downward bias. I'd like to increase this half of the pie here. I want to get a little more upward bias because I think the market could show some signs of strength, or at least a near-term rally off the lows that we hit. So I'll continue to do that. And let's talk about some house cleaning first, right? So EPAM, I took the EPAM off. I didn't take off. I took off half of EPAM. So this here, I was just long the puts. It's come down, so I took a little bit of profit today with it. So if I go take a look at EPAM. Okay, so you can see here we bought on the 13th. We bought puts. It was a $300 strike price. I bought them for $30.45, and I sold half the position today for $46.45. That's about a 52-53% return, and I'm going to wait and see how the other half shakes out. I took off half of my Lentech. So I was long the puts here. The stock came off. Yeah, so it came off pretty hard last week. This week it's continuing down. So I decided to take a little bit of profits on this one. I'll show you what I did. Okay. So on the 19th, we bought puts, $155 strike price. We paid $14.95 for them, and today I sold half of that position for $22.70. It's about a 52% return, and I kept the other half on to see how it plays out. Last one is Meta, Facebook, formerly known as Facebook, the new Meta. Platforms. So I was long the puts here. Stock came in hard. I had taken some profits. Stock is continuing to sell off tonight. I took a third off of my remaining position, and I'm going to hold the rest through earnings to see if it's a disaster again. So I'll let you know what we did here with Facebook, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, FB. Alright, so you can see here we went long puts. These are the June 17th puts. Strike price of $195, paid $14.87 for them. I went ahead and I took half of that off on the 27th, which was today. I'm sorry, on the 22nd. On the 22nd, I took half off. And I sold them for $23.30, so that was about a 57% return. And then today, I originally had 5 contracts, so I sold 2. I had 3 remaining today. I sold 1. The 195 call, bought it for $14.87, and I sold it today for $30.50. So it's about a 105% return. And I have 2 remaining contracts out there, and I'm going to hold them through the earnings to see how it goes. Alright, some new trades that I put on. NetApp, NTAP. So I did a bear call spread on this. I'm anticipating that on or before the expiration, that this stock will remain below the $80.15 level. Looking pretty weak on the daily. I did United Health. This is so this is a bull call spread, so I'm anticipating on or before expiration it'll be above 527.26. So let me go back and show you what I did with the NetApp and what what I did with the United Health. So here, what I did here was I went ahead and I sold the May 6th calls, $80 strike price for 52 cents, and I bought the May 6th 81 strike price calls for 37 cents, creating a spread there. And with the United Health, I went ahead and I sold the May 27 calls, $530 strike price for $11.08, and I bought the May 27th 525 calls for $13.35. So go back to the chart. I need it to be in the green here soon. I mean, it looks pretty good. It's been riding this 50-day. Hit the 50-day, kind of broke through a little bit, but riding it and kind of shot back up again. The 50-day sloping up. The 20-day has come off a little bit recently, but for the most part, I feel like this uptrend continues. Do I have the weekly on this? Let's take a look at the weekly. UNH. See how this is the weekly chart for United Health. You can see that this is clearly an uptrend. I feel pretty good about it. This chart's a thing of beauty right here over the past 2 years. All right. I closed out my closed positions. I don't think I moved it over yet. So I went long puts on this, and yesterday, this is the daily chart. Yesterday, it just had a miserable day. It's having an awful day today. So I took profits on this position. So if I show you what I did. Okay. So I was long the puts. And these were the June 17th, 170 strike price. Bought them for $5.40. I sold the initial batch. I sold half the position at $9.30. That's about a 77% gain. And then I sold yesterday, this was late yesterday, I sold the remaining position for $11. And that was about a, call it 97% return. So book the profits, nothing wrong with that. The new one I put on today is Lockheed. And as I said, I'm trying to get some more upward buys. What I have here is I'm just going to move this to my closed positions because I forgot to do it. Move to closed positions. Okay. My trade list. So today, Lockheed. Lockheed, I like this chart. It came in, hit the 50-day, kind of struggled a little bit, but it seems to be recovering and holding. I like this MACD, it's currently higher. So on the daily, it looks pretty good. So I did a bull call spread here. And what I did with Lockheed LMT, I sold June 17th calls. $406 strike price for $12.30, and I went ahead and I bought the June 17th calls for $50 strike price for $6.50, creating my spread. And I need Lockheed to be up here in the green, by the time these options are expiring or before. Valero. Yeah, so this is a long bias. I tried to get some long biases in there today because I want to beef up that the upward bias portion of the portfolio, given where we are. So I'm kind of focusing on this side of the equation, with an upward bias. So I did a bull call spread here with Valero, having a really great day today. It's up about 4% or so. What I did here with VLL. So I sold the June 17th calls, $150 strike price for $2.64, and I bought the June 17th calls, $110 strike price for $4.12. And you saw it was having a really good day today. I did this early in the morning, so you can see we're up 35% in the position already. So I love when a new position starts working out immediately. It gives me a good feeling. So we're good there. Last one I did today was Western Digital. That's connections. Western Digital. So calendar put spread, anticipating that this stock is going to be somewhere below, call it $50. There's a bunch of different areas of profitability here, but say below $50. So this calendar spread that I did, and this is one that I did with a downside bias today, only because it was just really jumping out at me. So this WDC, what I did was I sold the May 6th puts, $42.50 strike price for 31 cents, and I bought the May 20 puts, $42.50 strike price for 70 cents, creating the calendar spread. And like I said, if you take a look at the chart, it's anticipating more weakness ahead. So this is in the green here is where we're profitable. Market is trading higher, and I am adjusting the portfolio to increase my upward bias because I think there could be a near-term rally. One last thing that leads me to believe that if you take a look at this VIX model here that I have, yesterday the spot VIX versus the future VIX went into backwardation. That's usually a good indication of a near-term market bottom, and also the 5-day rate of change for the VIX was above 50, and then this put call ratio really spiked 2 standard deviations above the norm. So whenever these three models kind of kick in these outer upward bands, there's usually a good buying opportunity. So just to give you, for instance, the last time this is the VIX up here. This green dotted line is when the models lined up, and this chart down here is the S&P 500. So you can see here was early, but it did pick the bottom and it ran. Here it picked this bottom and ran. So here we are now, and we can just add another green line here. This is where we are now. Make this dotted bigger green. All right. So that's where we are now. So I took an upward bias with some of the names, and I also told you yesterday I bought the calls on the SPYs, just anticipating some upside and to increase my upward bias. So we'll see how it works out. That's it. Thanks.